Hello.
Can you
Can you see me?
Can you
Can you
hear
hear
me?
me? Can you let me know?
Oh,
How
yeah,
we
yeah.
getting on?
Yeah. Bit of
Bit
an
of an
echo.
echo.
Do
Do
I?
I?
Don't
Don't
know
know
why
why
that
that
is.
is.
Hang on, how's that? Is that any better? Has that reduced the echo? Perfect, right. Yes, I know what it is now. Brilliant, thank you. Anyway, how are we? You can hear my fan. Which one? There's 3 going off at the moment. There's the big light. There's the one on the back of the camera. There's also the that thing there's got a fan inside it. So it's probably that one you can hear because the other ones are really quiet. Loud and clear like your monthly bills. Marvellous. Marvellous. Let's have a look who we've got. Saf, how you doing, mate? You okay? Mandy, good to see you as always. Casper, fantastic to see you in as well, mate. All good now. Fantastic stuff. And Esther as well, how you doing? You okay? Gorgeous Merc, yes, absolutely. It is a lovely car. That's a lottery winning car, that one, if ever there was one. By the way, sorry, that way, if you can notice, we've got some flags up. We are repping the home countries of everyone that's involved in the stream. So, as you can see, sorry, that way, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Denmark, Netherlands, South Africa, US, England and Wales. So if there's anybody whose country is not included, let me know and the flag will go up. It doesn't look great at the moment, but I will get it better. We are trying to represent everybody who's involved. I'll put a Finland one up as well because we had Nbuzz as well, didn't we? Who was from Finland, who appeared in one of the streams. So everybody who appears from anywhere in the world, their flag will go up on the back as a thank you for joining in. Yeah, the 300 SL Pagoda, Saf, absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? I would love one of them. Mandy at the bottom. If you notice what I've done, what I've tried to do, Northern Ireland is above Republic of Ireland because that's the way it looks on a map. Denmark, Netherlands, and then South Africa's miles away, obviously. I did try to have the States, England and Wales on that side, but it looked awful. But yeah, States is too far left, then England, and then Wales is attached. Apologies, but you are. But think of it this way, Mandy. You're not at the bottom. You're holding up the entire stream. How's that? Yep. I wanted it to look a bit better than it did, but it's a last minute kind of thing. I just thought it was nice if we could represent everyone's home country. So, like I say, if anybody's watching and they're not represented, let me know. And also, for those in the United States, what might happen is at some point, rather than just cover the entire US with one flag, we might start putting up the state flags instead. Nice save. I know I'm fantastic, aren't I, at that? Saf, you're up on the board. There couldn't be a board without you, mates. There couldn't be a board without you, definitely. You are our one Southern Hemisphere outlier, and it is appreciated, mate. It really is. My cold hasn't gone completely yet. It's been hanging round for days. Well, actually, it's a week now, isn't it? But hopefully, it's on the way out. Gingers crossed. Gingers crossed. Trying to think if there's. Have we missed anyone else off? Any other countries? I can't think of any. I don't know. Have we? We'll get there. At some point, we'll get there. We've played a lot of GeoGuessr lately and getting a grasp of the differences in South Africa and Eswatini and Lesotho. Gorgeous places, yep. Nice colours in the alcove. I think so. What I've done, we'll go through this with you. There's blue only. There's red only. Or there's green only. Or green and red. Green and blue. Red and blue. Or all three of them. So I thought we'll put all three up today and just sort of go for a very Northern Lights. A very, very Northern Lights. Nice colours in the alcove it is. Definitely I like having colours in the alcove. We could all send in our sports teams badges. Unfortunately we don't have a rugby league team, don't worry about that. What else we can do and what else we are doing is I have got a load of little magnets that you can stick things on the front, so all your avies will be added to the magnets. Where's me? Give us a sec. Give us a sec. I apologise for short cam action. I am back, and eventually this will be up and running. Mount Bottrix. As you can see, there's levels on the right hand side, and there's little magnety things on there which represent each person. At the moment, Mandy's the red blob, so to speak, is highest, but everyone will be represented by a magnet with their avi on it eventually. And the higher up you go on Mount Bottrix, the higher up you go on the whiteboard. So hopefully that'll give you a visual representation of where everyone is. And again, it's as much for me as when I'm not online, I'm not on the stream during the week, I can just look at that and think, you know what, I have a fantastic set of supporters who are looking after me. So that's not just for you, that's for me as well. So thank you very much. But I'm going to try and make something of that. I think it's nice to show a little bit of appreciation to all of you, because you really have supported me fantastically. That wall is getting battered like the Fenerbahce football team. That was rough, that wasn't it? Jeez, that was rough. Mandy's the female Welsh version of Sir Edmund Hillary, yep. Was any of the early ones Welsh? Sure they were, weren't they, if I remember rightly. Like some Mallory and Irvine and people like that. The initial expeditions in the 1910s and 20s. I'm sure there's a couple of Welsh dudes in that as well. The Welsh are very, very well famed for getting here, there and everywhere and being brave people, for getting up mountains. And I'm sure some of Scots people were Welsh as well, weren't they? Scott of the Antarctic. I'm sure they were. I am certain. Has Bottrix shown up on the chat yet? Let's see if we can get him to turn up. This is me saying hello, Botrix, please say hello. See whether or not that tricks him into appearing. Because he hasn't said anything yet, has he? Tenzing Norgay. Yep. As opposed from Tenzing Norway. It's slightly different. No bot yet. No. Oh, but he will turn up at some point. You can't stop the bot. Can't stop the bot. I best check actually, make sure that it is still logged in, because it keeps chucking me out for some strange bleeding reason. Nope, still logged in. Happy days are here again. Yep. Did you know that Everest, the mountain, is named differently? It is. It is Sagarmatha, isn't it? And there's Chomolungma and Everest. Two different people in the places. Yeah, no longer streaming on Twitch at the moment because I've had all kinds of issues with the OBS and with the cameras and things. So until that's fixed, I will not be on Twitch, unfortunately. Not that it's going to annoy anyone because there's nobody there. Oh, Everest is named differently. Pronounced his name differently. Everest, is that? Right, I thought you meant it had different names because it is known as Chomolungma and Sagarmatha. Right. The guy Everest pronounced his name differently to how we noticed the mountain, yeah. Oh well, I did not know that. Everest. Weird, isn't it? Where was he from, Everest? Was he English? Normally are, aren't they? Mountain in Asia. Yeah, we know. Yeah, in Nepali it's Sagarmatha. Tibetan, Chomolungma. In Chinese it's Zhumalangma. Holy Mother, Skyhead. Yep. Name. Come on, where is it? Sir George Everest. We'll give him his proper name, won't we? Sir George Everest. He was born in either Crickhowell in Wales or Greenwich in England. So no one knows. So maybe he's Welsh, maybe he's English. Who cares, man? He had no direct connection with the mountain which bears his name, which he never saw. He was, however, responsible for hiring Andrew Scott Waugh, who made the first formal observations of the mountain, and Radhanath Sikdar, who calculated its height. Before its significance was realised, Mount Everest was originally known as Peak B, and later Peak 15. What? Why would you call it Peak 15? It's fucking massive, man. Yes, man, you knew thanks to QI. So it's there for a reason, isn't it, QI? So did Saf, brilliant. An Englishman named George Everest. Most of your knowledge comes from Stephen Fry et al. There's nothing wrong with that, Saf. We like that. It's a good way to learn because you learn by laughing. I think that's the best way to learn. Learn by laughing. There's Bot. Hello, Bot. How you doing, Bot? Has he said hello or anything, or just keep chatting to earn points? Because that's completely ignorant if that's the case. Botrix needs to up its game, I think. How did it used to work all the time and now it doesn't? Bang out of order. Bang out of order. Be nice if we could get someone from Tibet to join the stream, really, isn't it? And also, I've now realised that that is the wrong side. The chat, of course, obliterates the flags. So that's going to need a bit more thought and a bit more planning, isn't it? In it. We're going to get there, though. We will get there. I can hide the chat for milliseconds to show people if anyone comes in. So, yeah. I don't know. I'll find a way. I will find a way. Or singing. Some people learn lyrics easier than facts. Yes. Funnily enough, I've got a mate who's also recently had a stroke, who's doing quite well, who has an absolutely incredible memory for lyrics. He can't remember everything from his life all the time. This is before the stroke, by the way. But as soon as you started reciting a couple of lyrics, he would continue with the rest of the song. I mean, absolutely every single lyric from it. It is insane. I always found it quite easy to remember things if I was playing music. So I did a lot of guitar playing while I was revising, and then when I was in the exams and what have you, I'd start thinking about the songs I was playing while I was reading about each subject, and everything would start coming back to me. Saf, in the week you're doing a major overhaul on the aquariums. Ooh. Removing the fish and making some decor rearrangements. Anyone want to help you? I'll fly over, mate. I'll give you a hand. Mandy, except you just remember the tunes, right, and you make the words up as you go along while you're singing. It's fair enough. As long as you're singing in tune, man. It's not particularly good, is it, forgetting lyrics if you are a singist, a songeur. You should be able to remember things if you're singing. Or did you have a cheat sheet in front of you? But nowadays they've all got like iPads, haven't they, all the singers. I think, how on earth, why have you got one of these? And then think back and think, the reason why they have is because they've got about 700 songs and you can't remember all of them. And that's already starting to piss me off again, that now. This going blurry is not part of the camera. It's part of OBS, and I don't know why it's doing it. Ball ache. You got away with it. Sound lit. Sound. Remembering things in images is the best way, you think. But then again, you've got a ridiculous memory and memorised 100 decimal points of pi in under 20 minutes just because you wanted to see if you could. There are people that do that, aren't they? They do a little story, like a journey, and each journey that they do, there's stops along the way, and those are the things that they remember, whether that's decimals of pi or cards in a pack of cards. They can remember it just by doing a story. It's mad, isn't it? Good if you can do that, though. I can't remember to even think, never mind do anything else. Pissed me off, that now. Really has. One thing I didn't do is I didn't start the camera up again. I should have rebooted it and started from scratch. I mean, went and put all the settings back in as normal. I didn't do that. I'll do that later or tomorrow. I'll take it off, do like a factory reset and then start from there, I think. Your brother used to remember car number plates, Saf. It's weird that. I can remember some of them. Some of the ones that my dad had. They stuck in my mind. The car that he had in the Netherlands between 1982 and 1985, the license plate was DB99GP. Then after that, in 1985, he moved to England where he got the XR4i Sierra A619 RDM. What? Stop it. Pain in the arse. So I'm not even moving, so it couldn't be autofocus, because there's nothing to autofocus on. Get to your focus. Your TV still has YouTube, Mandy, so it's working, is it? You see me glorious. Oh, your TV still hates YouTube, doesn't have, right? Still hates YouTube. Sort it out, Mandy, sort it out. School in Denmark, most classes do a school play in 5th grade as 10, 11-year-olds. And you were the court jester. But your teacher said you got it because there's a heart in the way. What the fuck am I? Stupid thing. Ali, how you doing, girl? How's things? You okay? That's a proper language lesson there, Ali. Well done. I enjoyed that. But you weren't in to begin with, were you? The stream still being a knobhead, but if you look behind me, yes, the flags of everyone is up there. Unfortunately, the chat has now jumped over the top of it, but also Denmark, Netherlands, South Africa, and next to that, the US, England, and Wales. Everyone who's part of the family is represented. I will have to move them around so that people can see them better, I think, but I also need to fix loads more things. I spent ages the other day fixing the whole of OBS and it's still not working, but it is doing so much better. I've deleted all kinds of stuff. I'm down to having a handful of scenes, each one links into the next. Works perfectly. I've got loads of space on my Stream Decks, so we're doing fantastic. Man, you remember your landline phone number from 30 years ago, but don't remember any of your mobile numbers? Yep. Isn't it strange? Numbers are sticking in your mind as well. The one in Middlesbrough that we had from 77 to 82, 465 775. If anyone wants to ring there and ask why there's no blue plaque on the side of the house. Right, so you had 5 pages of stuff, Casper, and you memorised it all in the first 2 days. That is fantastico. Bloody hell, well done. Yeah, you are welcome, Alison, you are welcome. I'm going to have to put up a Finland flag as well, because we've had a Finnish person in, Enbus, at one point. And anybody who comes in who hasn't got their flag up, they need to let us know 'cause it's going up. I'm going to make sure everyone's repping. The streamer's repping, man. We're doing grand. Although very quickly, back. A very quick sneeze break. Casper, you still remember phone numbers. Told your brain to clean up, to throw out pointless information. Yeah, I know what you mean. I can remember loads of weird stuff. I'm great at pub quizzes, but if you ask me where I park my car and things like that, I've got no idea. Dankeschön, Mandy. Yeah, most of the time it is an advantage, but you also remember all the bad stuff. That's not good. Sometimes that stuff needs to be thrown away, hidden, forgotten about. And if you can't forget it, what an absolute pain in the arse. Brain defrag, yes. I remember seeing them at Buckley Tivoli supporting the alarm back in 1978. Hello, North Wales, we are Brain defrag. Thank you, Ali, thank you. Oh, again, it reminds me as well, we'll have to have a word from today's sponsor, sponsoring this particular stream. When I've had a long day doing occupational health, occupational therapy, physical therapy, walking with a walking stick, my skin gets dry and chapped, and I like to use O'Keefe's Working Hand. Try it, it's fantastic stuff. I defragged your mother's PC last month. Did he still do defrags on PCs? I used to do that all the time, at least once a week. Does it do it automatically? Mad, innit? Your mind doesn't work on Windows. Be thankful it doesn't. Daniel, how you doing, mate? How's things? Hang on, where are we? Very quickly, chat off. If you can see, all the flags of the people involved in the stream are behind us, Daniel. You are up there. With the United States of America. But what I have said is, if we get loads more Americans in, because it's a fucking huge place, what we might have is, we might have the state flags to go up instead. So we do have the Maryland one printed off, ready to go, if that's going to be the case. And also Nevada, because we've had Susan in from Nevada. 4 time zones in the chat. We're doing well here. Jinxie, how you doing? Northern Ireland flag up there for you as well. I am going to try and get proper little flags for the background as well, I think, rather than just the printed and sticky back plastic ones. Just as a thank you for everyone who joins the stream. So, you know. Yeah, we're trying to represent everybody. As I am eternally thankful for anybody who turns up and listens to me acting like a knobhead on a regular basis. It is appreciated. Knitted a shamrock today. Very nice. Do they lend themselves well to being knitted? If you're doing that, you're also going to have to knit some leeks, aren't you? For Wales. A thistle for the Scots. And a fat fella throwing garden furniture at Belgian football fans for the English. Not just to show, you know, the 4 different nations that we have. Not that Republic of Ireland is one of our nations. I keep hastening to add, I will involve you in this because it is the British Isles and Ireland. We are sort of cut from the same sort of cloth, aren't we? Cousins under the same clouds. Speaking of which, the weather. What's the weather like where you are? Just checking ours, man. 6 degrees Celsius. Oh, fan bastard-tastic. The 10-day forecast. Isn't that wonderful? 10-day forecast. Fucking rain constantly. Superb. I was going to go out and try and get some drone stuff done, but it's been very, very windy the last couple of days, very mocha and windy. Plus I've been a lazy bastard. I've had 2 proper full-on lie-ins. I've been getting by on about 4 or 5 hours sleep a night, and then Friday night, Saturday, I slept for 8.5 hours. Desperately needed. And something similar today as well. So I ended up catching up on a lot of sleep that I needed, but still no good. If I go back to having the 4 hours, I'll be just as bad. Gives rain all week, yeah. Rain. Eclipse in the USA soon, on the 4th, is that? Yeah. That'll be brilliant. Get out for that one, I think. Get it videoed, get it live streamed. 4 degrees in Denmark, very clear. 15 in Cape Town and partially cloudy. That's almost European weather, that, mate. Have a word with the union, that's not good enough. Yeah, the ice cream man came round and it's pissing with rain. I am convinced that all those ice cream men are just a front for what they're actually doing, which is selling other materials. You know what I mean? Stuff that normally they would drive around in a hired Range Rover to do. $47 degrees American. What's that in normal? I should know this, shouldn't I? Is it takeoff? Oh no it isn't, is it? 47 F to C. 8.333 degrees Celsius. That's not far off what it is here, to be honest with you. The moon is nice and bright. Yeah. Oh, Daniel is levelled up.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Has that worked?
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Fantastic. Buttons are being pressed and things are disappearing, obviously. You levelled up. This computer's getting volleyed out the window in a minute. I'm fucking sick of it. Thomas, how you doing, bud? What chimes have your ice cream vans got? You still live in Birkenhead. The regular van was the Harry Lime theme, which is brilliant. It really is. Bucky and weed. Yeah. One tip for filming an eclipse: don't film the sky. Film animals going quiet. Smart thinking. Yankee Doodle, you think it was? Oh, for those that weren't here as well, for the levelling up, we have Mount Bottrix, and each magnetic little thing will eventually be another magnet with the person's avi on it, and the higher you go up, the higher your magnet with your avi on it will be. So that during the week when I'm all sad, I can look at that and think, people love me. Yes, I'm not calling Danny Yank. That's just a song that was on there. I can't think what ours have, but ours come round all year round as well. Freezing cold, snow on the ground, and then -4, the ice cream man turns up. Yeah, that's been called worse. Normally live on streams as well. Yankee Doodle there as well at the moment. The ran careers around the estate. Not sure how much business it does. Very little ice cream getting sold, but a hell of a lot of Moroccan and Colombian merchandise, I would have thought. All about the Dwayne Eddies. A full moon in June is just a big red moon gliding across the low sky as the sun does the same below the horizon. It's also a trope, isn't it, for Tim Pan Alley songs? As soon as you sit down, moon, June, here we go, we've got a song. Quick question, why is Mandy represented as red? Should be blue, Jeff Blue to be precise. There was 4 large red ones, 4 large magnets, one was red. There was red on the Welsh flag, as you can't see because it's now hidden behind the bleeding chat, so I just put that up. But eventually, like I say, there's going to be different little magnets that you can attach RVs onto, and each one is going to be your current YouTube avatar, and that will display behind you. Should be purple. I didn't have purple. There was no deep purple. Not sure. They also sell slushies and candy floss, Coke and Fanta. Yep. So it's not just ice creams. They're more like a mobile shop these days. Steve's blue to represent the Viagra. Well, if that was the case, wouldn't it be up at the top? You'd be up all the way, so to speak. You haven't been to the Poke van in years. How much is Poke these days? Dad's joke alert, yeah. Not 100% sure that I'll be pressing dad jokes because I think everything's going a bit crazy. I am going to take the camera off its mount after this. I am going to factory reset it and then put all the settings back in and see if that helps. I've done everything else. I am not going out and spending another 500 or 600 quid on a fucking laptop. Not happening, bro, not happening. Ali, you've not had anything, not had an ice cream from the ice cream van in donkey's years. I reckon it's going to be one of those things that very few of us have had one in ages, and as soon as you go and get one you think, why don't I do this more often? I say they come around here all the time, and because it's a seaside town, whenever I go and park up at the front, there's always 2 or 3 of them parked up as well, so if I wanted one I could easily go and get one. It's that one of them parks by the dogging spot. One that I'm convinced is a dogging spot. I wonder, do many doggers eat ice creams? Is it the done thing? It's more for kids, it's rank ice cream. Yeah, you prefer the Cornish, the real ice cream, not the soft whip. Yeah, I know what you mean. Mandy, you've not heard an ice cream man for years. Are they all just, again with where you are they all parked on the front? Just trying to get the holiday makers and the passion trade that way? That would make more sense, to be honest. Our ice cream van is a Mercedes. Very, very nice looking Mercedes. Man them drive a German whippy. Doggers tend to make their own soggy, creamy sandwiches, to be fair. Yes, I would think they do. But that's a hell of a thing, that, isn't it? Imagine trying to sell that to the bank. I want to buy an ice cream van. Well, what are you looking at doing? Hanging around dogging spots. So yeah, there you go, mate. There's 100 quid. Go and buy yourself a reconditioned dogging ice cream van. But don't get a black light because you might not eat from there. Contemplating whether doggers have 99s and flakes. Not quite 99s. About 30 less, I think. Possibly flakes. Your ice cream vans are all VW vans. VW, very wise. Yeah, which makes me think ours used to be, or there used to be Bedford vans and stuff like that. All of a sudden, they're bouncing around in very, very expensive Mercedes. I'm thinking, come on, where are you making your money? It's not out of soft scoop ice cream, is it? It must be out of, can you give us a little bit extra with that, you know? Mad thing, man, mad thing. It's crazy how doggers turn up every single week, isn't it? I wonder, could we get sponsored? Is there a dogging club? Is there? Like Crufts, but for pervs. I wonder. Get them to sponsor the place. Although that'd be an advert and a half, that wouldn't it? A lot more difficult to do than Surfshark. Doggers often want an ice cream after shamefully hurry from the encrusted wing mirror, last shamed with his pastime. Yep. Maybe the thing to do is not have an ice cream van, but to have cleaning materials, products available for purchase. A little van full of Maguires and Auto Glim, leather cleaner and glass cleaner and things. Our poke vans sell ice cream out of a machine that makes it swirl. It does. And underneath the counter, there'll be little packets of happiness. Dairy Made, one of the big ice cream companies there, have guys on 3-wheel bicycles with a freezer box in front, and they usually ride around the popular beach areas. That sounds very, very familiar. That sounds old school, that, doesn't it? Sort of 1950s and 60s. That'd be the kind of thing that should come back, especially in proper seaside towns. I know there's a lad in Liverpool that does coffee that way. He's got a bike with a thing on the front, like a coffee stall, a proper little coffee stall with a roof on it and all kinds of stuff. And he just rides around to wherever it's busy. Seems to do a lot of business as well. Very, very quaint. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right there, Jinx. We never looked for that, did we? We looked for ex-dogging vehicles, whether or not the wing mirrors were encrusted. We'll have a look at that next time. Yeah, they'd probably punctured his tyres and robbed the ice cream. Yep, still choking. I'm still trying to stop myself from sneezing and coughing. It is getting better, much, much better, but still occasionally. Yeah, you haven't seen a Liverpool coffee bike in a while. I think it was David. That sounds about right. Yeah, good blue. Good coffee. Yeah, I remember him. He was, because of where I worked, he used to be around there quite a lot. I worked just around the corner from Liverpool one. Used to see him quite a lot. That's the kind of thing, there should be more of that. There should be more people just getting out and being able to do their thing and sell stuff. When your football season used to be in winter, there were guys with big backpacks and a hose that dispensed coffee and hot chocolate in the stands. What? Hose me some coffee, dude. Jimmy Carr joked at your head yesterday about dressing lady gardens in Liverpool, known and Liverpool herpes. Jimmy seems to dislike Liverpool, doesn't he? Don't know what makes that Tory knob hate Liverpool, but there you go. Yeah, chicken and a can of Coke. I don't sound like he does. The ice cream vans from Danish companies that does best are in West Africa, with a company that has men and women on bikes. They sell ice cream from their Danish Christiana bikes. There's something to be said for that, I think. Rather than just have a van or a wagon that goes around selling stuff, actually get out there on your bike, so to speak. Speak to people face to face. Like Ghostbusters, yeah. Or Coldbusters, that would be, wouldn't it? Or you want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like. It's a Queen bicycle race. I'd love to hear Muse do a cover version of that, because I think they do a really good version. On bike sounds so much better. It does, doesn't it? I know it's stupid, but I kind of miss all that old school stuff. Things from the 1940s and 50s, before we became so cynical, or before we became overly global. Much better. Yeah. Seth, what is the coldest you've ever experienced? Here's where you should come back with, I was married for so many years. Cape Town Cycle Tour was 3 weeks ago. Next Saturday is the Two Oceans Ultra Marathon, 56 kilometres. What? I'd struggle to do that in my car, never mind running. Jesus. That's what you were trying to sing. Yes, I recognised it. It does sound better in a Republic of Ireland accent, of course, doesn't it? I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride it where I like. Although that sounds a bit more Bristol, doesn't it? Jeez. What's happened to me impressions, man? I used to be great at doing voices and accents and things. Now I'm absolute shite. Saf, you did a 15-kilometre race and the temperature at the start was 4 degrees Celsius. What? Heavy that, mate. Mind you, I suppose if you're doing a 15-kilometre race, you'd want it to be a little bit cool anyway. You don't want it to be hot, otherwise it's an absolute nightmare. I've played football when it's been 12, 15 degrees Celsius and it's been horrible. And I've played when it's been -8. I'd much rather play in -8, to be honest. You soon heat up. Talked with the right words. Yeah. Words, yeah. Royd, Sally Royd. That was a fantastic film, though. You did 209-kilometre Cape Town cycle tours and 1 Two Oceans 56. Nah, mate. Crazy. Get an aeroplane instead. Or a helicopter. Do it in a helicopter. Yeah, the Dublin accent. I like all the Irish accents. I know loads of people from Dublin, so I quite like that one, but also Cork. Again, I was watching the thing on BBC, was it last week or the week before? The Micro Disney documentary. And Carl Coughlin was from Cork, sorry, no longer with us. His accent was fantastic, even when he was singing. Superb. Loved them. Shame they weren't bigger than they actually were. They should have been. They were fantastic. Unfortunately, on the same label as the Smiths, and a similar type of music, if not the same. Jangly guitars, intelligent lyrics, and I don't know what you want to call it. A front man who was different. And people took to the Smiths but never took to Micro Disney, and they should have done. I only found them a little bit later on as well, after I'd been listening to the Fatima Mansions. There were a few people who completed the 109-kilometre cycle tour on unicycles. What? I want to see someone try a wheelie on a unicycle. What's the point in unicycles? It's the same as what's the fucking point in chopsticks. Every American sitcom that you watch or film, when they're ordering Chinese food, it always comes with chopsticks. For fuck's sake, it's 2024. Spoons have been invented. Stainless steel spoons have been invented. Much better for eating rice than 2 chopsticks, 2 bits of fucking wood. Cray, man. Casper, you once got angry at a mate at a party after a wet night of drinks and walked 24.6 kilometres. What? in -6 Celsius. You were sober the last hour. I am not surprised. Well, I am surprised that you were sober and not actually carted away. Craig, how you went? Yeah, unicycles, that is just insane. That's a hell of a distance. What is that? Is that 60, 68-ish? 68 miles, is it? Something like that. 68 or 69 miles, I would have thought. (109 kilometres). I'm thinking 69. No, 67.7 miles. What? On a unicycle. They are absolutely insane. One year, a friend of yours did a 56-kilometre race in reverse the night before. And when he reached the end, it was the start of the official race. And then he did the race as normal. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with your mate? Don't do that. That's like doing a marathon and then doing a lap of honour. Stuff that you don't do. Casper, you grew up in a small town where a circus lived. What? Your friend Edward did unicycle acts with a brother and a cousin. And when you were getting your licence, he was flying to all sorts of places doing shows. How do people get into unicycling? Jackie, yeah, I know what you mean. Wouldn't have the balance. There's not a chance I would do. I don't think I could actually get on a normal bike at the moment, never mind anything else. $16,000 Danish kroner back then. Just going to convert. Are you going to convert what Danish kroner is into pounds and euros, or are you becoming a Muslim? Is that what you're telling us? He did it to raise funds for a clubmate who needed money for an operation. In that case, well done. That is fantastic. Crazy, but that's the kind of thing you need to do to start making money for people, I suppose, isn't it? Well done. Yes, definitely, Ali. Very nice that. Mandy, yeah, first buy a unicycle. Step 1 of unicycling 101. 1. Buy a unicycle. 2. Ride a unicycle. 3. Go and see the doctor when you fell off your unicycle. £1,840 for a one-night show when he was 16, 17. What? That is the kind of thing that once you've done that and got paid, I'm doing that again. I am definitely doing that again. Oh, I can imagine. He must have been absolutely delighted with that. If you're doing stuff like that, if you're unicycling and putting the effort in to learn how to do it, you deserve to be paid well. You thought he was doing it, he was cycling backwards. There are bikes that can cycle backwards, of course. I wouldn't suggest that you try it because it seems hellish, very dangerous. There's also those bikes where if you turn the handlebars to the left, the wheel goes to the right and vice versa. And I seen it was Auto Alex, I think it was, or Car Throttle. And the fella who owned it said if you can do a metre in it without falling off, you can have the bike, and not one person could do it. And he just jumped on it and started riding it like it was nothing. I love this in the chat. The Irish are calling each other Irish. When you say you're well Irish, don't forget, to me, you're well Irish means you are fantastic. I've got a lot of good Irish friends who are all a little bit tapped in the head, which I think is why I get on with them so well. That's why they also suit coming to Liverpool, because I think we have the same kind of issue. So after 1 year you did the cycle tour, you were in a group of guys who'd already finished the race but wanted to do it again. I can only assume that South Africa is full of exceptionally fit lunatics. Wouldn't have me doing that. 3, don't fall off. Yeah, exactly. 3, do not fall off. 4, oh, you have fallen off. 5, go and see a doctor. 6, sell your unicycle to some other half-wit on the internet. So in total, they cycled 218 kilometres in under 9 hours. That is proper. That is a hell. That's virtually doing a Tour de France stage, isn't it? Or halfway there anyway, I think. In 12 hours, 12-9 doesn't really matter. I couldn't do that in 3 weeks. Never mind 12 hours. One of the better Danish stand-up comedians has an Irish father and did the Russell Howard Hour. Who's that? I've seen quite a lot of that, so I know he has some strange comedians on there, doesn't he? Ones that don't normally appear on usual TV, or usual British TV, which is quite good, as you should do. If you've got yourself somewhere that you can push other people, why wouldn't you? Yep, that is some fit feckers. Well and truly. Irish father and a Danish Jehovah's Witness mother. The jokes write themselves, absolutely. That's a hell of a mixture, that one. How do you get on with Jehovah's Witnesses in Ireland? Everywhere else in the world just wants to shut the door on them, but I know what Ireland's like. That mixture of I don't want them at all to come in, but I also want to offer them a cup of tea. Simon Talbot. Yes, I've heard the name. Definitely heard the name. What's the difference between a smartly dressed person on a unicycle and a scruffy get on a bike? The attire. Definitely. When you buy a bike to do road races, you are urged to join the Pedal Power Association because they cover airlifting you to a hospital. It's a matter of when rather than if, definitely. Yes, by the way, I will consistently say hotel rather than hospital because I did that while I was in hospital myself. Constantly referred to as a hotel. It's not a fucking hotel. You know what I mean? Yes, badumtis. I should have given you the dad joke for that really, shouldn't I? I'll remember better next time. Right, so the Irish approach is say thank you and close the door. Oh, yeah, whereas Thomas says thank you and close the door. Do you know what? Sorry, should we give you the dad joke? Here you go, dad joke. Saf, you did crack 3 ribs within 1 week of owning your bike. Need I say more? Yep. Did you shave your legs? Mandy, is that for the bike ride or is that just you're asking in general? Is that Saf asked you to remind him of something? Is that what you have to do on a Sunday? Have your bath, shave your legs, do your homework, watch Bullseye, and then pretend to be invisible so you don't get sent to bed too early. I can't remember falling off my bike. I must have done at some point. I'm a clumsy sod. I must have done. Ali, let them say the piece and then say, look, if your beliefs, I have mine. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong or I'm right. Nor will I force you to believe it. That's fair play. Fair play to you. It could be worse, of course. We had the Mormons over for a while. Very, very American. I mean, exceptionally American. You could spot them a mile off and knew they were American. And then you were on a train in Liverpool trying to convert people and were being roundly told to Foxtrot Oscar on a regular basis. So fair play to you. They haven't stopped. They were there up and down all day long trying to convert people. You're not going to convert these people. These are on the way to the Quadrant Park and to the Cream and stuff like that to take Mitsubishis and dance all night. Your unicycle buddy, Edward. Isn't that fantastic? Anybody who can start off a sentence with my unicycle buddy, Edward. His mother was the circus princess doing wild shit high up. Your dad used to date her as a teen. Cousin wants some of the animals out, a couple of big cats. What? Was she on a high wire act? Did she fall for him? You did do it for bike riding. When you fall and scrape the skin off your legs, yes, the hair will always get caught in the plasters and bandages. So you're better off being smooth like the bonnet of a Porsche to begin with. Nowadays they don't call to the door, they're in the main square with leaflets but not approaching people. They must have got sick and tired of, again, being told to disappear. Taking a bandage off a hairy leg. Not nice at all, yeah. I'm not the most hirsute of people, but yes, I've got enough that it hurts. And I've had that before myself in the past. Not a proper full-on plaster, but bandage, yeah. Imagine a town of 150 with a lion and a cheetah loose. Now that's the kind of thing where YouTube channels are made of. I'd live stream the hell out of that. Yeah, you knew there's a reason for doing it, Mandy. It's not just for wind resistance. It's because you are going to fall off. You are going to need bandages or plaster. Think ahead. Did the cats hurt anyone or other animals? Anything like that? If you're a distance runner, you'll learn which elastoplaster is best for covering your nipples, so you don't end up with blood trails on your vest. I know people's nipples have fallen off, haven't they? Male runners, after doing so many miles, the nipple has disappeared. I suppose you used to get sore nipples from football shirts. Yeah. Part of the reason why you wear a little bit of Under Armour, I think, nowadays. Don't get Mormons in Cape Town. Jehovah's Witnesses do make the rounds. Just act like a drug addict and scare them off. We don't get many people stopping here anymore. They used to, they don't anymore. Including politicians. Can we rely on your vote? Nah, mate. Yeah, pure nylon. Jackie, isn't that horrible? Yes, man, the men in the chat are moaning about sore nips. What caused yours? Is this singing nips? Don't trust Nick, he's a Lemsip addict. Piss off, Jeff. Yeah, it could be worse. Speaking of Jeff. The blue. Always go for the blue. Always into snooker as well, is he? The coxless fours, they will be if they keep staring at me. You don't want to see that in the Olympics, do you? Oh, must be a sporty one this week. Hurdles are only hurdles if you don't smash through them. To be honest with you, that's quite, I don't know, quite profound, that, isn't it?
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Yeah, quite a profound thing from Jeff, that. Hurdles are only hurdles unless you smash through them. So, smash through them. Lemsip is a hot lemon drink, which is supposed to help you better with your cold. I've been snorting them, injecting them into my eyeballs, all kinds of stuff this week. Very bitter. Yep. I quite like them, you know. I quite like the bitterness of them. And it has been helping. But obviously tonight, for some reason, I'm a little bit chesty, I think. A little bit chesty. Right, so luckily the animals didn't go crazy on a field or in a shop or anything. One paper had the headline, "You are drunk," said the wife. The man had seen them in his backyard as he took a morning shite. Yeah, watch out, love, there's a lion in the back. Oh, yeah. There's only one lion here. You lion sod. You'd wonder if someone said lion up the back. Yes, Mandy, we do feel pain as well. And having Davina McCall's is definitely no walk in the park. Don't even get started on the chubby club. Yes, there is a certain pain that women will never understand, and that's jumping into a car too quickly and sitting on your own bollock. It's an unusual and unique kind of pain. Your version is called Med Lemon. Mix it with ginger beer and sweat out everything. That is a very, very good thought. I should do that really, shouldn't I? Sweat everything out. Use Vaseline. That's your excuse for everything, isn't it? Jinxie. If in doubt, whip the Vaseline out. Where's the violins? Yeah. Us poor men. I forgot which comedian did it as well, who said they could prove that getting kicked in the balls was more painful than giving birth rather. Women will choose to have more than one child. Men will not choose to get kicked in the balls more than once. So, there you go. Yep, Saf, yep. Never heard them say that. Works wonders. Does. I heard that from my dogging friends. I did used to have some Vaseline in the car, funnily enough. The reason for which being, if you open your bonnet and put it onto the exposed cables and electric works, when it's raining, your car won't flood. The electricity won't go knackered on it. It's very, very handy to have. Always keep it in the car just in case. Yeah. Sorry, Jackie. I've got a dogger's kit, haven't I? In the back, just to make sure you're covered for every eventuality. Are doggers just seaside ring dinkers? They could well be, couldn't they? Ring dinking with a salty air. Most men find women attractive. Most women find most men unattractive. Leaves a lot of lonely, sad, ugly, forgotten bastards having to give birth or not. Yep. Yes, that is my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Bulk. Yep. I'm still convinced that the sea is salty because of all the fixtures in it. Absolutely 100% sure of that. And for those who like to go swimming in the sea, have you ever watched Blue Planet and things like that with David Attenborough? When there's certain spawning times, you can actually see from the air, from space even, the amount of male fluid in the sea. Horrific. Anyway, next time you go swimming and you've swallowed a load of water, just think back at that. Yeah, being judged in a communal shower, every man knows that. You learned something about stonefish today, Jackie, did you? Go on, what is it? Let us know. Good job, women judged by personality, not looks. Absolutely 100% right, Mandy. Otherwise, my beautiful daughter Jess would no longer be on this planet. If that was the case, she wouldn't have existed. Has anyone seen a fish take a piss? You leave it there. Yep. Have seen them secrete coral, sand, all the coral beaches that you stand on that look lovely, and you know, the part of the beach holiday aesthetic, palm trees and gorgeous sand, all that is fish shit. Yes, worst pain on record is to stand on a stonefish. Apparently so, yeah. Was it Billy Connolly who did a thing about that? Going about who tested it. And you can't even see them, can you? Because they're so well hidden and so well camouflaged. The only time that you know that you're anywhere near a stonefish is when you stood on it and you had an absolute screaming agony. Yes, toadfish from Neighbours Forgotten About Older Brother. Stowney and Towdy, I remember that. Toady come along, didn't he? And then all of a sudden, stonefish was completely forgotten about. He no longer existed. Parrotfish shit, it is, yeah, isn't it? And of course, the coral sands do not get hot, unlike other sands around the world. I went to Laguna Beach, I think it was. I'm sure that was the one where I melted. Trying to stand on the sand, and it was so hot it melted the bottom of my feet. Whereas I went to Cuba and it was just as hot there, but the sand was completely cool because it doesn't absorb the heat, apparently. It doesn't absorb the sunlight because it's made of coral. Never heard of stonefish, Ali. Never heard of it. Let's have a look. There you go, stonefish. An ugly get. Looks like a stone. You stand on it, it's got, I think it's got barbs that go into your foot, stick in there and then inject you with poison, and apparently it is the worst pain known to humans on earth. Horrific things. Casper did a split on a skateboard once. You've still got the video from 2006. Not just blue balls, but had a skin tear. Ah, man. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. Worse than stubbing your toe in the corner or something. At the time, nothing hurts more than that, but yeah, apparently it is slightly more painful. Ali crossing your legs as he said that. Yeah, I'm not far behind you with that. It's horrific. Man. There's also an ant, but you've forgotten its name. Very bad pain. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen something about them as well. What are they called? Is it? Oh, there's a few, isn't there? Red fire ant, bullet ant, the Schmidt pain scale. Oh, let's get to the bottom of this. This looks horrific. Bullet ant, tarantula hawk wasp. Ugh, that doesn't look good. Trap jaw ant. That's some nasty shit there. Bullet ant, I think, is the worst one, isn't it? Banging your elbow, Thomas. Yep. Do you know why it's called a funny bone? Because when you see someone banging their elbow and it hurts, it's really funny because it's not you, it's some other poor sod. Soldier ants. Solder ants would be really painful, I suppose, wouldn't it? Because that's melting solder. Yeah, you don't want to talk to anyone after it happens, Ali. Absolutely, 100% right. Standing on a stonefish is painful, but being stood on by an elephant is worse. 2 for 2. You are dad joking it up a treat. Fantastic. Well in, Thomas. Definitely on flames tonight, Mandy. You alright? You watched the video about things that really hurt us, Jackie? Wasn't Sinead O'Connor, was it? Their video, Nothing Compares to You. Both times you could be dead, you could. Absolutely on a roll. Smashing it there. Smashing it out the park lid. The park. It was your ex on that video. Speaking for all as millennials there. Thomas levelling up as well. Right, did that work as well? Not sure it did. It probably did.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Level 2. Fantastic. I was going to do a live little push up there on the on Mount Bottrix. Gimpy plants will make you think your own life if you touch it. What? How that? What is it? What's a gimpy plant? And what is it? And why is it the first thing? As soon as you put in gimpy, it comes up with gimpy plants for sale. Seriously. Gimpy death. Oh, it doesn't tell you why, but apparently it's dodgy. Any word from Jack? No, we haven't seen him, have we, for a while, Barnsey? Naturally, it's an Australian plant, of course. Right, the stinging tree, stinging bush or gimpy is a plant in the nettle family. The Urticaceae found in rainforests of Malaysia and Australia. It's notorious for its extremely painful and long-lasting sting. The common name gimpy comes from the language of the indigenous gubby people of southeastern Queensland. Right, so it's all over the northeast. Toxicity, let's have a look. It is notorious for extremely painful sting, which may leave victims suffering for weeks and even months. It is reputed to be the most venomous plant in Australia, if not the world. If you are the most venomous anything in Australia, there's a good chance you're in the top 3 in the world anyway, isn't it? After contact with the plant, the victim will feel an immediate severe burning and stinging at the site of contact, which then intensifies further over the next 20 to 30 minutes. Wow. It will last from hours to several days before subsiding. During this time, the victim may get little sleep because of the intensity of the pain. In severe cases, it may cause hives, and the lymph glands under the arms may swell and become painful. There have been rare cases of hospitalisation, so I'm assuming then The taking of the own life will be because of severe lack of sleep and people just reaching the end. I've had enough of this shite, I would think. Yep, hard at the top, Mandy, hard at the top. Don't know what they put in the water, but last you saw your nephew, you wanted to enthusiastically show you his new armpit hair. He is 10. That's a coming of age thing, that though, isn't it? Definitely. Yeah, Jackie, it is definitely coming of age. Look, I'm growing up now. Jackie, you wouldn't know, you're never in that position. Hence the Vaseline. Common in Queensland, the gimpy. Little tiny barbs filled with poison that gives you insane pain. Sounds about right. Yeah, nettles and thistle stings. You're looking for a dock leaf to help. I've not been stung by a thistle in absolutely, or by nettles in decades. It must be decades. Used to happen all the time, didn't it, when you were a kid? In the 70s and 80s it did anyway. Because it wasn't roped off. It didn't have, crime scene tape. Be careful. This might sting you. The idea was if you got stung, you wouldn't go back in there. But of course, we were 70s kids, so did that sting you? Yeah. And you push straight back in by your mates, because that's what your mates do. Because they're evil. Spit on a dock leaf. Yep. If in doubt, Ali, yep, spit on it. Dock leaves are plentiful around there, are they? Much needed. Right. Going to do a 2-for-1 now, and you'll see why. You will see why. If this works.
But Kipper's Vindaloo can't be good for you.
Kippers kicks ass.
There we go. Bedfordshire. Black bears at Woburn Safari Park ride on swan pedalos. The 4 young bears, Harvard, Maple, Colorado and Aspen, enjoyed riding on the pedalos at Woburn Safari Park in Bedfordshire. Horace, fired up the Mercedes. We're off, mate.
Kippers kicks.
And straight to Horace because 4 pedalo bears having fun on the water, and I'm stuck in here.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
No, Sean, piss off. No, that's Jeff, that, isn't it? Yeah, I thought those two were quite well linked. So, I also like the Mercedes. Of course, you'd have a Mercedes, wouldn't you? Mandy, you've only realised you're allergic to mint pollen recently. Just mint pollen. Literally just that. Bizarre, isn't it? Oh well. In that case, be careful around mint, because it grows like wildfire. It's ridiculous. We had a couple of mint bushes in the back garden when we lived in Garston in Liverpool, and within the space of a couple of weeks the entire garden was taken up with mint, which was really, really good. Very nice if you like mint. Fucking abysmal if you don't, or you're allergic to it, obviously. Pollen from a mint plant, yep. How did you find that out? Poor Horace. Take the bears on a picnic. I will, if I can take them out, because they're very, very badly behaved, aren't they? I mean, I can probably take Horace with me, but Kippers is a knob. Too much time with Jeff, I think. I wonder, I genuinely haven't taken them in the car, have I? Would I get away with taking bears in the car with me? Or would people look at me and think, what is wrong with him? Like those fellas that drive around with the real dolls in the car with them. They're barely behaving, Saf. They are barely behaving. Sorry, your bad joke about that. Yeah, how did you find out it was only mint? You've got one in a pot in the conservatory, you pruned it and got a rash, and now you wear gloves to do it, right? So it is literally, it was just that one that you touched, and then afterwards you ended up with a rash on it. Can you eat mint? Most mint is made from birch sap that are made into a concentrate instead of proper mint. And it's actually because the mint crop sometimes fails. So it might be birch allergies, right? Oh, Ali's singing again. If you go down to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. You are. Unfortunately, it's because them two will be in there doing what bears do in the woods. And there's no picnics involved. The dad jokes aren't they, on fire tonight. It's going amongst us, the dad joke thing, isn't it? Like a cold, like a rash. I like a good dad joke though. Yes, in your defence, mint is great for deterring critters like ants. As is chalk, of course. If you're starting to get ants coming into the house, get some actual chalk and draw a line, a big thick line, where they're coming in, because ants are very acidic, aren't they? And chalk is very alkali. And if they go on it, it's like kryptonite to them. Yeah, Goldilocks won't be so lucky this time round. Ants don't like cinnamon either. They'd be knackered, wouldn't they, in a coffee shop with a whisper of cinnamon on their chai latte and stuff like that. All because ants are made of acid, which is why you get those ants who can spray acid. I mean, they're full of folic acid, aren't they? Which is helpful if you're pregnant, apparently. Or if you're an ant. Pregnant, maybe that's what it is. Yeah. So some of them can spray acid, and they normally aim for your eyes. Jack, you don't like cinnamon either. It's yeah, I was not going to say it's a Marmite thing, because it's not at all, but loads of people love it and loads of people absolutely hate it. There seems to be a very, very black and white thing with cinnamon. You either love it or hate it. You don't just go, well, I don't mind it. Stop Nick Chalk. Thank you very much. That was a Spice Girl song, wasn't it? Actually, the fine dust of the chalk gets between the body segments and starts grinding away. Is that what it is? What? Volcanic ash does the trick and acts like a fertiliser. Volcanic ash is horrendous stuff, isn't it? Because it's so powdery and so fine. I had a habit of getting into engines, plane engines, and making them flame out. Which is why now, if a volcano goes off anywhere in the world, plane companies are told about it, because it's really, really dangerous. Can you eat ants here? Yep. If you are hungry enough, you could do. Definitely right there, Ali. Stephen Fry nearly choked on a chocolate-covered ant. My dad went to North Africa with Middlesbrough, and he was eating dry roasted bees, which he said tasted a bit like dry roasted peanuts, and chocolate-covered crickets and things like that. So there's loads of places that do stuff like that. Ants are very, very popular food, and hugely full of protein as well, apparently. ant species has the biggest brain weight to ratio of 15%. We aren't even the top mammal in that category. Well, I can imagine. But we use it better than any other animal on the planet. Well, we should do, really, shouldn't we? We don't always, but we should do. Yep. How's your Ramadan going for you, Saf? You alright with that, mate? One of the legs got stuck in his throat. Eek. Jackie, very thick-skinned. I think most Irish people are, aren't they, to be honest? You know what the crack is. You don't take everything to heart. Quite rightly. All is well, Seth. Reaching the midpoint on Tuesday already. That has flown by, that, mate. Hopefully it goes back a little bit quicker as well. So you can get back to not having to worry about it. It was on QI, yeah, of course it was. 75% of what we talk about on here is QI related. The other 25% is dogging related, isn't it great? Good programme, QI. You can learn quite a lot from it, can't you? Yeah, remember the sea-dwelling mammals can't manipulate their surroundings in the same way that we can. We are a bit weird, the way we've done things. Talking about people that were still alive when I was born, they have witnessed the first flight, the Wright brothers and things like that, and then in their lifetime they've also watched it all the way through to Concorde, 747 jets, space shuttles, all kinds, just within the one life. We couldn't fly, we've gone to the moon, we're sending up space shuttles every 5 minutes. It is absolutely insane how far forward we've moved in a very short period of time. Yeah, flown by for us as well, definitely. From dogging, what have I learned? That Febreze can't sort out a 1997 Honda Accord estate after it's been utilised. I don't know. Your neighbour, Mr. Hall, is 97 and he's seen so many changes. Yet you imagine what the world was like when he was born and then where he is now when he's 97, how much has changed. Right, you still got Eid al-Fitr. It's a celebration the day after the last day of fasting. So if you lost weight fasting in the month, you get it back in a day. Jeez. Yeah. 97's a very good age, that, isn't it? Fair play. 3 more and he gets to raise the bat. There was a reel about Voyager 1. It was very poignant. That the space... the 2 Voyagers, there was Voyager 1 and 2, wasn't there? Is that what that is? The probes. That I think Voyager 2 is now outside the solar system, still occasionally sending back little bits and pieces of information. We have moved so far forward. It's annoying as well. We have moved so far forward as a species and as a society, and yet we've still got people saying the world's flat and you can't have vaccines and things. Oh, come on, seriously. How can we have progressed so much and now you're trying to drag us back to the Dark Ages? Casper, your great-grandmother lived from 1905 to 2005. She was 7 when the Titanic sank and you had a PS3 when you attended a funeral. That puts it into perspective. That difference in age from that to that, where the world was in 1905 to where it was in 2005, is just 100 years and we move forward thousands of years. This is insane. Adam, how you doing, mate? Yeah, did she talk to you about the Titanic? People that were around at that time, what were their thoughts of it? Did it put them off sailing themselves? Oh, the last transmission. Alright, got you. Premiere tomorrow at 7. Yep, no problem at all, mate. We will be there. Looking forward to that. Yep, so far we've done dogging, ice cream vans and pain. Which sounds like a regular stream, to be honest. And loads of dad jokes, obviously. We're smashing them today. Yeah, so if I can imagine, looking forward to it. You love your eating anyway, but after putting up with that sacrifice for so long, then celebrating the fact that you got through it, I think would be a fantastic thing now. And well deserved as well when it happens, mate. I tell you. £5 PM South African time. If it's 7 over here, wouldn't that be 9 South Africa? I think. It's only an 8-minute video. Some things you can't drag out. Thankfully, some things you can't drag out is what people say to me all the time. Just keep doing your shorts, your knobhead. 8 minutes is enough though, especially if it's a premiere because you get loads of people in there talking. That should be good, that. I'm looking forward to that, mate. Yeah, hit the reminder. Good call. In fact, everyone else jump in there now and hit the reminder and we'll jump in and watch that tomorrow. Let's have a look. Time in Cape Town, yeah. Cape Town is 2 hours ahead of us, so if it's 7 tomorrow for us, that'd be 9 o'clock Cape Town. She would leave the island until the bridge came in 1927. The Middelvaart Strait, yep, between South Jutland and Funen Island, yeah, Middelvaart, yeah. In running, you've got a training called fartlek sprints. I remember my German teacher, who was a Scot, who was a French teacher but was teaching German because he could speak German. I know, it confused me as well. He had a train ticket, I think it was, or a bus ticket, which says one journey with or without, and it was Ein Fahrt mit oder. And he was delighted with that. He was also the same fella that said, have you got any felt tips? Well, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Come to think of it, that might have been a bit dodgy, that nowadays, mightn't it? Oh, you have to go through half your videos on the channel declaring AI use on them because it's a new thing on YouTube. Have you got to go back and do them, or I thought they were going to be left alone just because they're old? Otherwise, if you've got thousands of videos, it's going to spend the rest of your life just going back, clicking AI on them. What a ball like that is. Do it in swimming, do they? Oh, better safe than sorry. Yeah, mate. I absolutely get that. Rather than end up losing out. Keep YouTube up your back as much as possible, I think the phrase is with that one. Because they can be annoying bastards at times. There you go. There's the link. Thank you, Mandy. Click on that and click on reminder, and we'll all jump in tomorrow at 7. What? It's bollock a technical term. If you ask me where in Denmark Fyn or Funen is, Denmark is like a severely hurt Batman, and Fyn or Funen is like the fish drinking his blood down by his legs. Bollock, yes. It's a very much technical term. Yeah, Adam, make sure you don't forget as well. Set a reminder. Notification says 9 o'clock your time. Yep, it will be. Cape Town being 2 hours ahead of where we are, so yeah, 9 o'clock sounds right. Yeah, and Borlake, you see, we go back to what we were talking about earlier on, Jackie. When something's a Borlake, it is horrendous. It's such a pain, because there's no pain like a Borlake. Being volleyed in the venas really hurts. Hope the thumbnail for the video attracts viewers. Let's have a look. Has it come up with a... Unleash the Liberica Beast? Ooh, go ahead. Yes. If anyone's wondering what it looks like, there you go. That is a very, very nice thumbnail. I like that one. Oh, hang on. What do you want? Hello, what do you want? Hello. You have to give me 5 minutes. I'm live on screen at the moment. Yeah, I know, but you are interfering with streams yet again. You pain in the ass. Mandy says, yeah, Mandy says hello. Hello, Mandy, says child. Yeah, you forgot when I stream. It's only twice a week. Right, I'm going to do it for you now. Alright, boss. See you later, bro. Right, later's bro, innit, bro? Innit, though? Later's bro. Absolute pain in the arse. Right. Banking app. It's a good job I'm on Pip. I'm giving it half my money. Because she's out having a drink. Fucking 17-year-old. Got a better life than I have. There you go, done. Right, she can piss off now. Can't see the notification button. Keep looking there, Jackie. It's definitely on there. Your mum's friend was due to fly home from Asshat in Greenland. Now they have a snowstorm, so that's delayed, man. Yeah, we get an hour closer next week, of course. Jess has to do a video appearance. She will do. Oh, a drink from Mackie's, not alcohol. Thanks, Dad. Jess, piss off. I don't care. A drink's a drink. Plus, next week it doesn't matter, does it? Because you're 18. She turns 18 next week. How good's that? Next Monday, 18 years of age. You can piss off and move out, so your mum said. And then you can hurry up and learn to drive. And then you can start picking me up from places. I won't even want to go anywhere. I'll just go somewhere to get you to pick me up. Just to get some payback. Ali, you want money as well? Send us your deets. I'll send you loads forward. Notification on. Fantastic. Well done, Jackie. Adam, you're physically craving sun and heat now. All this rain's pissing you off. You've picked the right place to live then, haven't you, in bloody Wales, if you don't like the rain. But I know what you mean. That sun is not something I particularly like, but I am looking forward to it this year. I'm looking forward to a fairly dry and nice spring to be able to get out and go for a walk. Makes me old. Yes, it does. Well, no, actually it doesn't. What makes me old is being born in 1973, Jess. That's what makes me old. Jess, get a Subaru, make your dad proud and jealous. Adam, piss off. I've got to pay for it. Ask her to get something cheap and shite. Get a Ford KA or something like that. Peugeot 107. Citroen C1. Something small. Yeah, happy 18th birthday coming up. Should be interesting, this one, Jess. Should be interesting. Saf, no, the Ridge Wallet company has not contacted me yet. I'm absolutely disgraced with them. Disgraced. Yes, I'm buying your car for you. Have you ever heard of a 2CV? Yeah, happy birthday in advance if you don't come back to the chat before then, which you might do if you need money, won't you? Get a 3-wheeler bike with a basket. Yeah, that's a great idea, Jess. Get a 3-wheeler bike with a basket and then go and earn your living selling stuff. Although hopefully by that point you'll be working a bit more often in the gaff. Jackie, you love me loads. Can you have a car as well? Yeah. Let's tell you what, let's be like Oprah. Cars all round. You've got a car, and you've got a car, and you've got a car. My sponsor will pay for them. O'Keefe's Work in Hand. Available in all good stores, and some shit pits too. Yeah, Jess, would you consider a unicycle? I think you should try it. And then try and do a wheelie on it for us. Mandy, you would ask for a car but you don't drive. Well, I could send you a car and you could sell it, couldn't you? And then spend that money on wool and knitting needles. Yeah, just have to buy 4 tyres for the Scooby all seasons. 4-wheel drive means you have to change them all at the same time. Or at least the axle, left and right on the axle, has to be the same as well, doesn't it? Same brand, same age. Seen that before. Otherwise you end up in all kinds of trouble. But what you get with I suppose with the 4-wheel drive, you're losing having to buy the tyres. It's that little bit of a trade-off. But don't forget that you won't be stuck during the winter when the rest of us in stupidly powerful automatic rear-wheel drive cars can't go anywhere. Yeah, we'll visit you in hospital if you get a unicycle. All of us will turn up in my bandage, yes. Do it. Do it now. You'll settle for a laptop. Sound, Mandy? On its way. It'll be there in the morning. Man, Ali, you don't drive either, but you want a car. Good thinking. It's always worth having one just in case. Going out on a Sunday. Is that normal in Britain? It is. It's more taboo there. Well, she's only gone to Mackey's. But going out for a drink on a Sunday night is very, very much a thing that we do over there. I used to like doing it. You have to go slightly down market in tyres due to the pennies you wear on Falcons, on Maxis. Falcons are good, I don't mind them. I've saved up a little bit. When I get mine done next time, I'm going to have to get the alloys refurbished, and when I do, I'm going to get a full set of Michelin Pilot Sports put on them. At the moment, what have I got? Kumo, or whatever you pronounce it. They're not too bad either, actually. Saf, you got to go. No worries, mate. Good to see you. Where are we? There. Our Safa is leaving. Some people work Tuesday to Saturday, yep. The energetic things, unicycles, whereas bicycles are too tired. Here we go. The hat trick. Tomaszewski with the hat trick. Get in there. Back of the net. Yeah, Sunday night out, lie-in Monday. The Falcons lasted you 3 years and 45,000 miles. The Maxis won't last that well. Now, but if you're looking at the pennies at the moment, it has to be done until you're in a position where you can just go back out and get Falcons all around. And you will, have no doubt, stick with them once the cash starts coming back in. Good advert, that, to be honest. 3 years and 45,000 miles. That is exceptional. Casper, you like a beer at night, but drinking alone gives you side-eye for sure. And only drink Friday and Saturday and never before 12. It's good to have rules and regulations. If I'm feeling like Oprah, can you get all your mates a car? Get them to subscribe and to start watching videos, and then you can have a car, you can have a car, and you can have a car. Four new tyres recently went from Kumo to land sale. Keeping a close eye on the local ditches. Land sales, as far as budget tyres are quite well thought of, aren't they? You need get what you need to when you need to, I suppose, isn't it? I only got my last one was a Kumo because it was on a Sunday morning. Nowhere else was open, and I needed a tyre because mine blew up. Yeah, a member of the IRAC, they come round and blow up your tyres. So I had to go to a place round the corner from us that was open on a Sunday morning. Some rather nice gentleman, some rather nice Asian gentleman was on the phone to me. Yeah, Sam, bring it round, I'll do it for you in the next 20 minutes. I got round there, he was like, mate, you've ruined this tyre, haven't you? Yeah, sound. Within 10 minutes, brand new tyre was on there, 80 quid. I was delighted with that. I was expecting a hell of a lot more. Force them to subscribe. Yes, this is North Korea, Jess. They will do as the glorious leader tells them. And thank you very much. If you don't do that, people look at you weird, Casper. Not that you follow those rules. Rules, man. Rules, schmools. Rules are made to be broken. When the pennies roll back, you get some Yokohamas. Very, very nice. It's always a better economy to spend the extra when you've got the extra. When you haven't, you need to get back on the road, don't you? It's as simple as that. It's a pain in the arse at times. Is that a religious thing, Jackie? Sunday's the day off. No. Just... Oh yeah, a lot of people still respect Sunday as a religious day. With us, Sunday just used to be the last day of the weekend, so everyone went out anyway. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But then again, we also went out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as well. Right, your Mackies is there. Toodles. See you later, kid. Laters, bro. Gives a chip, Jess. Gives a chip. Yeah, what have you ordered, Jess? What have you ordered? It'll be something shite. You only got a Coke. Right. Oh, so you're just having a drink while other people are stuffing their faces. Fair enough. Fair enough. I take it you'll be getting a lift home then, if that's the case. So I won't be needed. I'm never needed. No one's ever loved me. Yeah. The difference over there in Denmark, maybe 1 out of 100 is religious. That is going to be the same everywhere fairly soon. There will just be small pockets of places that are super religious, and everyone else is going to say, "Nah, mate, it's a load of shite." Could have got it from the ice cream van. Yeah, you're in Abby's car, so no. Good. Thank you, Abby. Thank you very much. Yeah, Dwayne Eddy's as well if you've got enough. Ireland as a whole is still quite a religious place. Of course it is. Ireland and the US is very, very religious. Two places that are very religious. And the whole of South America. But there's loads of... Like North, like you say, Denmark, Northern Europe is becoming less and less religious all the time. And at some point, the rest of the world is going to catch up. Yeah, the problem with Mackies is those who eat them all the time, they hit the 30s and Amazon sends them a new ass. It's not something I try and eat too often because of the amount of salt that's in it. I used to get it on a Saturday when Jess come round. She'd stay with me for the weekend and we'd just go, right, sod it, it can't be arse cooking, we'll order a Mackies. And then look at how much shite was in it. Not good. That's when Explodey Brain happened. Ali, you don't go to church unless it's a special occasion. We talk like marriages, births, christenings and funerals and things. Apart from that, don't turn up on a random Sunday just to put your feet up and sing. Don't mind the salt, it's the sugar that gets you. With me it was the salt that was the problem. I didn't realise there was just, in what I was eating, there was loads of hidden salt, which raises the blood pressure far too high. Far too high. That and the alcohol, obviously. Add them both together. No es bueno, man. No es bueno. And you don't want a stroke. Definitely don't want a stroke. It is horrific. Your niece is being confirmed in April. I don't get all that stuff. Mind you, my family's not Catholic, so it's not something I've had to experience, but yeah, I just don't get it all. Mind you, I don't get religion at all. If you need to have a book to tell you how to behave, then your parents have let you down. What's Mackies? What did he call it in Ireland? I know in Australia it's Macca's, innit? Fucking Macca's, mate. Fucking oath. Quit drinking 10 years ago, used to love the bourbon. Well, you'd be alright then, if that's the case, if you stopped drinking. I'm alcohol free since 2022. It's just not good for you. Even though it tastes fantastic, it's just not good for you. But the alcohol would not have been a problem on its own. The salt in the diet wouldn't have been a problem on its own. And the stress wouldn't have been a problem. When you add all three together, just a little bit too much takes it over the edge. Aye, McDonald's, Mickey D's. Despite the fact that it's not pronounced McDonald's, is it? You should know that being bloody Irish. Muck. Should be Mucky D's. White purse collecting money. Wet bread throwers, they used to call them, in the Orange Lodge club where I used to drink. All my family, Orange Lodge. My dad, William. All the firstborn sons were called William apart from me. When it got to me, he went, no, this shit has to stop. And he was right, and it did. But yeah, wet bread chuckers. One's walking around with the handbag on fire and all that stuff. It's not good. How can you open a place called McDonald's in fucking Ireland or Scotland as well, and then start telling people it's our trademark? Do you mean it's your trademark? Adam, you did 6 months of the carnivore diet, went super strict, you felt fantastic. Should get back to it. Proper, just full on carnivore. Don't think I could manage that. I don't eat a huge amount of meat at the best of times. I think I eat too much pasta to be a carnivore. Just pasta on its own with a little bit of sauce. Well, I'm starting to feel hungry now. Now that we're talking about food. They now have robes they wear over the clothes they chose. Casper, you did it as well. Did 14 days. You missed the feeling, but it does get super dull eating meat on meat on meat. So there must be something then within the body which reacts well to it. Just it sounds strange. Your president is Michael D, so it's like a pun on his name. Ah, right. Okay, so yeah, it was mental. Your grey hair started darkening again. Eyesight improved. Lost loads of fat and started putting muscle on without exercising. Jeez. That's a hell of a diet, that, mate. Okay, hell. I'd give it a go, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Would it work for me? I'd need to speak to the people in the hospital about that. It takes 2 days before the colon adapts to the fibreless diet, so you can get some weird water closet experiences. Again, water closet experiences, interesting band. Proper carnivore, or did you cook it? Alright, so you're going out and catching stuff. Is that what you're thinking, Mandy? You love bread too much. Do you know what? I don't eat bread. Only if I get like a sandwich from the shop or something. Or not something I eat on a day-to-day basis, that. And we used to eat loads of it. Yeah, it's how we evolved before the agricultural revolution. We used to be hunter-gatherers, we did. Until we started eating plants. So we did develop as meat eaters to begin with, definitely. And potato. Of course, Jackie, you can't say that you don't like potato. You'd have to like potatoes being bloody Irish, wouldn't you? Otherwise you'd be struck off. Your name would be off the list and on the English list. There's no potato liking freak. No berries or nuts outside your cave. Personal question. Didn't eat raw meat, no. Beef, lamb, mutton, goat, no dairy. Coffee and water, salt. You have to because you piss loads at the beginning, right? So you need to have the salt to maintain your moisture inside you. Yeah. And you'd only like potatoes as chips, no other way you'd eat them. I must admit, I'm sick of potatoes. Really, I'm absolutely sick and tired of it. Hate them. Just too stodgy. Far too stodgy. Don't see many lions doing a barbecue. Don't see lions doing much, do you? Just sleep all bloody day. Bone-eyed lazy sods. Oh.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
I have levelled up. Despite the fact that I've been to every single stream and I've spoken constantly throughout every single stream, I'm only level 10. The wheel's gone mad. Yeah, it's not like the be like a lion diet. Sleep for 20 hours a day. How did I go up? Vaseline. Also did an electrolyte mix every day, just to top up. Yeah, you'd have to, wouldn't you, if you're not getting it from everywhere else. It's also a good idea to get a lot of sun on your skin. You'd have to get the vitamin E, wouldn't you? Bot cheats. It's not bot cheating. I'm at level 10 just because every time Botrix sends out a message under my name, it counts. Which means that other people can get loads more points than I do. You're only getting them every 10 minutes. That's it. That puts me in nepotism. I'm not related to Bottrix, you know. We're not a family. I'm not Asterix. Asterix. There you go. No. I did offal once a week as well. Mostly lamb's liver and some lamb heart. A good source of cock 10. Very high in iron as well, aren't they? Liver and things like that. You have to make sure that you're looking through it and getting everything that you need. So yeah, I can imagine. But you're doing them well by the sound of it. Yes. Man shaming. There's no need for the man shaming. Bottrix doesn't like it. Ali, you and the son are frenemies. Yes. Alabaster skin and red hair does not go well with son. Yes, I can add points, by the way. I can also take them off. But I don't. Because that would be cheating, and we don't like that. People have to earn your place on Mount Bottrix. I will get round to that this week. I will print off all the avies and I will stick them on there and you'll be able to recognise yourself. Casper, you just did beef, 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 a slight bit of bacon and beef, beef, beef. That sounds like Love Island, just beef everywhere. Ali, you want to be levelled up? Keep chatting. Just keep chatting. That's the only way to do it. I have not yet given or taken away points from anyone. You're currently getting up at dawn every day and staring just 5 degrees away from the sun every morning. It helps your body align itself for the day. I have heard there are people that do that quite a lot. Wake up with the sun. Thingy does it. Erling Haaland, who plays for Man City. He's got this thing that he does every single day. He gets up and what does he meets the sun every day, I think he calls it. It's strange the way he said it, but it's the same kind of thing where he feels better for doing that because that sets him on the path to reaching what he needs to do during that day. Ali, where are you on that? Let's have a look. Just very quickly do a... Oh, Jackie on 9, Ali on 10, and then we've got Saf on 11, Kirsty 14, Steve 14, Casper 15, Hadwig 18, and Mandy 21. So, yeah, Huda, me shitty hand, you're around about here. Either yellow or green, I can't work it out yet. But once I've printed off the avies and stuck them on the magnets, you'll be able to see yourself. I'll hold it up to the camera, you'll be able to see exactly where you are. On your own, on your own planet. Yeah. Sometimes it's nice to be on your own planet. Yeah, the higher you go, the more points you need. That's when you start reaching the very, very high points. Yeah. Going to start grounding as well. You need to make sure you're in the right place to be able to do that then. You can't be doing that in the middle of a city. Do I love beads? Nothing wrong with beads. Trying to align yourself with the earth. Current lifestyle's killing us, yep. Too much processed food, blue light and poisons. Yep, definitely too much processed food. Blue light because we spend all the time doing that. And poisons are everywhere. Absolutely. The sun tomorrow is up at 6:12 in the morning, sets by 6:45 at night. Up by 5 hours and 28 minutes. That's fantastic. Casper, you are level 15, mate. Doing fantastic. There you go. Mandy's put the link in the chat. You can click on that and see exactly where you're up to, and crazily how much time you've spent watching me. And if you go on there and have a look, it is insane. There are people who've been watching me for over 4 days in total. It blurs my mind. Going to start sea swimming when it gets warmer. You only live 1 mile from the sea. Is it safe to swim there, Adam? I mean, I'm 2 miles away from the sea here as well, but there's no way on earth I get in that water. Not a chance. Jackie, your mate sea swims twice a week all year round. Is it healthy for people? It used to be, didn't it? It's almost 3 hours, 50 minutes. You're disappointed in yourself. I'm disappointed in you. Those 3 hours and 50 minutes are full of dad jokes. If you had more watch time, there'd be more dad jokes out there, man. But you're doing well. Anyone who turns up for a minute, I think's doing well on these, so fair play to you. And a hubby and a few do it. I know the lads from Damien, John Kelly House, they do it all the time. Constantly going out and jumping into the water. Freezing cold, do it during the winter and the all year round. It is just, nah, I can't be doing it. Not a chance. Mind you, I can't swim, can I? I would end up just going round in circles because I'm only using one hand. Denmark, it's amazing swimming conditions. You're on the east coast of Jutland and the west coast is Tacheres. Claims clueless Germans every year, unfortunately. Yeah, I can imagine if they're not used to it, they haven't got a clue where to be looking, you will end up in trouble. The stats do need a dad joke counter. I will have a word with Botrix and get them to put it in there, definitely. I also want them to do something that it automatically kicks off a sort of thank you every time it goes up. Your wife just phoned saying Nick Cave will be in Lisbon on her birthday, and she won't be there. Oh man, Ali, you don't need to sign in with YouTube. Just click on that link and scroll down, and you'll be able to see everyone. Doesn't need to be LinkedIn or anything. Yeah, DJK lads, great admiration. Nowhere on earth you'd have me in the cold water. Same here, mate. Treacherous. So I thought you were talking about a place. Yeah, treacherous. Not spelled quite like that, but yeah. And Casper, there you go.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Casper's levelled up. Say, keep on talking, keep on messaging, and you level up. Yeah, you don't need to sign in at all. That's just, if you click on the link and then scroll down, it's got everyone's numbers and stuff. It's quite groovy. Hadewig, hoe gaat het? Ben je goed? A bit late. Don't worry about it. Never late if you turn up. You've missed loads. Absolute loads. Keep talking, gain points, level up, win more points. That's the way it goes. It's all about instant gratification. That's what it is. Tickling the dopamine part of the brain. Ali, yeah, found that you've got 21 hours and 50 minutes. Think back. Ouch. Put that into perspective. That's almost a full day of watching me talk utter shite. Isn't that marvellous? You're going to watch it back tomorrow? No problem. Much appreciated. The watchbacks always help as well. They don't half smash the hours up. Oh, and Hadewig, you weren't here at the beginning. So, if you look behind me, we've got the flags of all the people. In fact, just hang on one sec. The flags of all the people that are on the stream. Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Denmark, Netherlands, South Africa, USA, England, Wales. All the people that join in regularly are up there. We're repping the countries. Tickling me fancy. Yes, thank you, Ali. Very nice to be tickled, especially around the fancy. Yeah, it's nice just showing people that they are actually appreciated as well. So even if it looks a little bit handmade, which it is, does help. Casper, your dream would be to host us all here in your Atlantic back garden, by the beach, by the forest. They're everywhere. Marvellous. Wouldn't that be fantastic? We'd love to come over as well. How close am I to 4K? Not close. Still under 2,000 because it just takes ages for things to pop on there. 1,886 hours that counts towards eligibility. A lot more than that when it's got all the other stuff in it, all the shorts, views and things, but they don't count. How does the live stream or Premiere chat help with the YouTube algorithm? Do you know what, Adam? I don't really know, but I know that a load of my lives, the video on demands, get quite a few watches afterwards. So because of all the chat that's in there, probably the more chat that you've got in a live, the more chance you've got of getting that promoted by the algorithm on the homepage. The more viewers, the more chat. And I would think with the Premiere as well, it does count as engagement. So the more you can get in there, the more you can get talking people in there, you know, a proper getting stuck right in like you do on this. There's like 500 or 600 chats normally in a 2-hour stream. That just shows YouTube that it's a popular video. Send out to people. Not even the Luxembourgish flag. No. The proper colour, the right one, not the pale blue. Proper Dutch. I am going to try and make sure that I'm going to get better flags, I think, because it does look a bit homemade, but it's the thought that counts. I will get better ones though. And if anyone has been watching whose flag is not up, let us know. We talk some shite. We do, Jackie. But again, it's true shite. It's great, but I enjoy it. It's our shite. Embrace the shite. Which is a completely different offshoot to embrace the suck, I suppose, isn't it? Tickle Olga and she promotes you more. She does. Olga loves it. You should get Botrix, yeah. You'll send coffee for points. There you go. Great idea. You'd be surprised just how addictive Botrix is for people leveling up, and Botrix is for each individual stream. So what the points that you get in my stream don't add up to other people's streams. You have to start from scratch with theirs. Your pirate flag, it is not up yet. A pirate flag will go up in the next couple of days, as will a Finland one, because we've had someone from Finland in the chat. There you go. Put one there, a pirate flag, I think. We can fit them in. We'll make sure that people realise that we're representing. Who did we have from Finland? We had Enbuz. Do you remember that? Someone that accidentally came from the stream because it was recommended to them on the homepage, and then stayed for about 40 minutes or something and got involved in the chat. So I thought, that's a good sign. At least the algorithm is actually taking notice that we're doing okay. I was quite impressed with that. Never come back. Not yet anyway, but that's still, it's a flag to go on there. Eventually I'd like to have them all over. Romanese don't have a flag, so you'll stick with the old man's side. Yep. We might have scared him off. We're not that scary. I mean, obviously, talking about dogging and stuff all the time might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you never know. What else are you going to do on a Sunday night or a Wednesday night? a coat of arms flag. We do have a coat of arms, our family. I could have that. Don't the Romanies have the blue-green flag with the red wheel? Oh. I did not know that, have they? Yeah, we can have all kinds of stuff, can't we? We could also have tartans. If anyone's got a tartan, we could have that. And then Kirsty can go mad asking people to wear kilts all the time. May have been scared off when Casper appeared in a crop top singing Nicki Minaj song. To be honest, if that was on my screen, I'd stay. I would subscribe. I'd hit the notification bell and all kinds of stuff. Casper giving it beans on the piano, singing a bit of Nicky M. Yeah, we can have anything. It's our stream, it's not just mine, it's ours. So if there's anything you want to see in the background, any way that you want to be represented, just let me know. I don't mind. I'm quite happy. Ali, no worries. Got to go up early to work in the morning. Well, we are running way over, aren't we? Because I can't stop bloody talking. No problem at all, Ali. Thank you very much, as always, for appearing. Much appreciated. Yes, and hopefully I will see you on Wednesday. Why do I have to think about this all the time? It's either Wednesday or Sunday, isn't it? It can't be any other day. Fuck's sake. Yeah, anyway, yeah, we've gone over, so we'll have to start sorting this shizzle out and chilling. So, thank you very much, as always, for turning up. Make sure that you set the notification bell for Adam's premiere tomorrow, and we'll all meet in there. And I will see you on Wednesday.
That's all we've got time for this evening, so it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him. Good night. Good night. Good night.
And that is that.
Hoo-yah!